all for watching. First off, I'd like to thank the faculty and staff here at CCHS. I know I can speak for every senior when I say that we truly appreciate all that you have done for us. I'd also like to thank the entire Cornwall community, from parents, siblings, neighbors, friends, and anyone else who helped us get to where we are today. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Over the past few years, I have had the privilege of being class president, and I am so grateful for the experiences this position has brought me. Although this is in no way how we envisioned our senior year going, we overcame all the obstacles that we were faced with, and I can honestly say that we are stronger, better, and more resilient people because of it. It is crazy to think of how far away this day felt when we were freshmen. The seniors seemed so old, so mature, and honestly, so scary. But here we are. We did it. No matter where life takes us, we will always have these shared experiences that CCHS brought us. To say that it has been a pleasure growing up with all of you over the past 13 years would be an immense understatement. So thank you all for the memories, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hello, and welcome to the 66th commencement exercises of Cornwall Central High School. Welcome parents and family members. Education begins in the home, and we thank you for sharing your children with us on their educational journey. Thank you to district employees who have worked with and supported this class for the past 13 years. Thank you to Superintendent Miller, Central Administration, and the members of the Board of Education, all of whom have demonstrated an unwavering support of our students' education. On behalf of myself, my building administration, Mr. Mark Ray, Mrs. Catherine Wilhelm, and Mr. Michael Cromer, we are so happy that you're able to join us today as we celebrate the many accomplishments of the class of 2020. While I've said this in the past, it bears repeating. This is a historic class. A class that has managed to make lemonade out of lemons. As we all know, this class was born in a time of uncertainty in our region, nation, and frankly, the world. Although our time together was cut short and we might have never had a conversation together or had the opportunity to learn from each other, know that you have touched my life through this amazing pride that you have shown me in your school, which was through your continued commitment to excellence over the 4 years at CCHS. Your class has continued the strong tradition of the 3 A's, arts, athletics, and academics. It has artists recognized for their musical talents at the county, regional, and this year at the state levels, as well as artists winning contests and showcasing their work in public venues like SUNY New Paltz Studley Theater. The athletes in this class have helped our varsity sports reach scholar athlete status, making Cornwall Central High School a New York School of Excellence. Additionally, we had fantastic winning seasons in section championships in different sports and advancing to the state in multiple team and individual sports. And of course, capturing state championship titles. In the academic realm, we had 3 National Merit Scholarship Program commended students and 7 recipients of the New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Your academic performance was instrumental in catapulting CCHS to the top of the nominations and finally as a recipient of the prestigious National Blue Ribbon Schools Award, in which only 1 other school in the Hudson Valley and 17 public schools in New York State earned that distinction. So I can confidently say, yes, you have been committed to the excellence in the areas of all 3 A's. While we normally would ask all members of the National Honor Society to stand and be recognized, I would like to acknowledge the impressive group as a whole as they have excelled in scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Congratulations on this distinction, and we applaud you. All of these accomplishments would not have been possible without the support of your families that are by your side, and also the hard work of the dedicated teachers and staff of CCHS. So graduates, be sure to take a moment and recognize all those who have helped you reach this point in your educational journey. Also, for some of the parents that are here today, this is your last or only CCHS graduation, and we thank you for you working in partnership with us. I'd like to offer special thanks to our retiring longtime health and physical education teacher, Mrs. Lisa Del Benny, Social Studies teacher, Mrs. Nancy Larkin, and Social Studies Department Chairperson and Wall of Fame inductee, Mr. Donald Blaine, all of which will certainly be missed in the halls of CCHS and combined have over 100 years in education. So part of my role as your principal is to send you off with some inspirational words of wisdom. So I will just share with you some things that I've learned along the way in my own journey of life. First, I want to acknowledge that your spring of your senior year was an experience that no adult can say that we understand or that we've been through. So I'm not going to patronize you and say that I know what it's like, but what I can share with you is that you have been given an opportunity to learn early in your adult life that we cannot control what life throws at us, but we don't have to let it define us. We still can control how we react to the adversity that is inevitable in the journey called life. I lean on this quote, which some give credit to Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. As we celebrate those successes today, individually and as a class, know that you cannot be satisfied with just these successes. While we stand here today in a new normal, and there is no question that our lives have changed drastically in the past several months, we must adjust in order to persevere and become resilient in a time in our world that is plagued by this global pandemic. As you find yourself encountering new experiences during your next chapter in life, don't be afraid to take risks that will get you closer to your goals. I hope you find some solace in knowing life is all about change. Just take a moment and think back to the summer before your freshman year. Perhaps you and your friends were walking or riding a bike through your neighborhoods trying to capture some imaginary characters on Pokemon Go. Or maybe you were being told by your parents to stop spending so much time playing Fortnite during your sophomore year. I share this to say that you are not the same person you were 4 years ago. And in fact, you will not be the same person 4 years from now that you are today. And that is okay. With change comes personal growth, as long as you're open to all that life has to share with you. So remember that graduation is not something coming to an end, but the definition is actually a beginning or a start. Each one of you, whether you are heading into the military, going to school and moving into a residence hall, entering the job force, or attending a local college as a commuter, it will all be new to you and provide you with new opportunities. Although it can be nerve-wracking to be placed into unknown and unfamiliar circumstances, these moments of change are often the most exciting moments and definitely the moments when you grow the most as an individual. These new opportunities allow you to take all the lessons you've learned here at Cornwall and use them as a springboard to figure out who you are and how you fit into the world around you. The most compelling lesson that I've learned this past year is simple, but powerful. Treat every day as a chance to learn something new. My words are not meant to be righteous, but rather as an opportunity for you to reflect, bask in the moments of the last 4 years, and to be filled with excitement of what the future holds. And while finding your niche in the world and figuring out who you are, don't forget where you came from. Cornwall will always be your home. Once a dragon, always a dragon. CCHS has helped lay the foundation. It is up to you to decide how wide you want to build upon it. So to the class of 2020, thank you for making me feel welcomed. I wish you each the best. You took your seat today as a senior, and you will leave it as an alum. As you go off into your new ventures, know that Cornwall Central High School will always be a place you can come back and call home. Good luck and best wishes to the class of 2020.
Good evening, class of 2020. My name is Joseph DeBold, and I'm the Director of Guidance for the Cornwall Central School District. As we entered the 2019-20 school year, our district implemented a new requirement for our students in order to graduate from CCHS. In addition to the New York State requirements for graduation, we required all seniors for the class of 2020 to engage in at least 5 hours of community service. I'm happy to report to all of you that this graduating class, despite the challenges of COVID-19 ending the year earlier than expected, completed a grand total of 9,170 hours of community service locally or abroad in the world. These students engaged in community services individually, in large groups, and also virtually when the world gave them no other option. The stories of how this graduating class has stepped up to the plate to help others in need are truly remarkable. From tutoring fellow dragons of all ages, running events such as the college fair, elementary recreation nights, food and sock drives, creating personal protective equipment for those on the front lines fighting COVID-19, virtually tutoring students, preparing care packages for those in need, and writing letters of support and gratitude to essential workers, our students have found many unique ways to give back to the community that had a profound impact. Additionally, this year we also offered students the option to gain a special endorsement on their diploma in which they engaged in at least 200 hours of community service. The students must apply for this special endorsement, log 200 hours or more of community service, and then fill out a form reflecting on their experiences. I'm pleased to announce that 22 students of the class of 2020 have achieved this prestigious diploma endorsement. These 22 students have accounted for a little over 6,200 hours of community service in total throughout their high school careers. This tremendous amount of service has definitely been felt throughout our community, schools, and greater world. And now, the recipients of the Cornwall Central High School Community Service Diploma Endorsement are Alexandria Ackerman, Colleen Alva, Julie Alva, Brian Banks, Madison Bauer, Keenly Burns, Daniela Canausa, Daniel Carpenter, Connor Chatfield, Josh Chirillo, Max Denabile, Orlane Dubry, Sydney Hall, Sophia Harding, Joseph Hart, Justin Hart, Marissa Hart, Keely Hewling, Brianna LaGreca, Brendan McGovern, Charles Quinn, and Richard Schaffner. Congratulations to these 22 students and the rest of the class of 2020 for making a difference in their community and world by putting service above self.
At this time, I'd like to continue the wonderful tradition of recognizing those who have shared their intent to serve our country by enlisting in military service. Remember, the many freedoms we enjoy would not be possible without those who answer the call to serve. I will call the name of each graduate who shared their intent. Maya Aurora, Army ROTC, Marist College. Joseph Lopresti, United States Coast Guard. Carlos Martinez, United States Army. Logan Wentland, United States Marine Corps. We also want to thank all active service members as well as those veterans who have served this great nation. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the celebration.
Hi everyone. On behalf of the class of 2020, it is truly an honor to be here to speak in front of all of you today. Well, at least virtually. It seems like Mr. Hines is the only one who actually showed up. Nonetheless, I hope that this speech finds you all well at your homes. And I want to thank all of the parents, teachers, and administrators who have done so much to make the end of our senior year special. To the class of 2020, it seems like our senior year has been filled with a whole lot of circumstance and not a lot of pomp. I know, as I'm sure all of you do, just how hard it is to leave something you never really got the chance to say goodbye to. Cornwall, you've had our hearts for the past several years of our childhood, and although we may not have ended our senior year like we would have liked to, we will always carry with us the stories of what it means to be a dragon. On the upside, however, I think everyone can definitely agree that we did get very lucky with the weather this year, and at the very least, I heard the ceremony would be a lot shorter. Now, I only got 2 tickets for the live ceremony, so I'll try to keep my shout-outs pretty brief. To the fam, Mom, Dad, Ryan, Evan, Megan, Justin, Catherine, Morgan, Marianne, Joseph, Michael, hope that's all of them. Thanks for sticking by me through it all. I can't wait to come back home next year and find out who has taken over my room and borrowed all my stuff. Okay, but seriously, I will always be proud to be called G5, and I'm forever grateful for having you guys in my life. Coming from a big family, I've been to my fair share of high school graduations, middle school commencements, and 4th grade moving up ceremonies. During the many ceremonies I've been to, I've heard speeches comparing high school to a track race, solving a puzzle, pouring a tea kettle, and yes, even to the 17-year return of the cicadas. That was definitely a fun one. For the class of 2020, it seems like everyone says we're the class with perfect vision. No, sadly, some of us do have glasses, but honestly, the year 2020 has been anything but perfect. It finds us all wondering what will really happen next. So no, I will not be referencing perfect eyesight tonight, and sorry, I also do not have any Dr. Seuss quotes up my sleeve, but I do want to share one lesson that has helped me grow in my own life. Participate, don't anticipate. I know, this probably seems like the exact opposite of 2020 perfect vision, but the reality is that no one truly knows what is going to happen in the future. While I know that our class is destined for great things, I honestly cannot say just how or when that will happen. In just the past year alone, we've had to overcome the threat of World War III, a massive toilet paper shortage, and even bed bugs in our own school. So why not live in the moment? Why not participate when life is right in front of us? Maybe instead of saying the future is 2020, we can live with the same clarity and enthusiasm in our present day lives. One of my favorite things to do, especially during quarantine, has been playing board games with my family. The friendly competition offered by a simple board game is quite often the bridge that connects the gap between the retired military colonel, med school student, spelling bee champion, 20-year-old pirate fighter, and me, the graduating senior. While playing games like Monopoly, Apples to Apples, Connect Four with my family, I found something very important to me, that games are not so much remembered for their endings, and no one really remembers who wins or loses, but they instead form an impression during the process and experience of playing. Although we are all very competitive and stubborn, the moments and games of laughter, trickery, underdog victories, and overcoming adversity are those that resonate most strongly within me. Finding the capacity to appreciate these moments has allowed me to greater value the journey over the end result. For the first few weeks of school this past September, I would wake up as per routine at 6 a.m., walking half asleep to the kitchen when my youngest brother Michael would somehow appear right beside me. As I paused between pouring my Reese's Puffs and glanced down into his bright blue eyes, Michael would innocently ask, "Johnny, can you play Uno with me?" Of course, I couldn't play Uno in the morning because I had 10 minutes left to get to school on time, but I would always agree to play a game of Uno later that day. For some reason, despite being 6 years old, Michael is ridiculously good at Uno. While most 6-year-olds might cry if they lose or brag about winning, Michael could care less about the outcome. Some of his best strategies include begging you to change the color to blue and then realizing that he has no blue cards, or asking you which color is your favorite before changing the color to the exact opposite. Somehow, he always seems to end up with all of the +4 cards, and he always knows the exact worst time to play them. To Michael, Uno is just about having fun, and the fact that he's a 6-year-old who does whatever he wants, even if he won't win, constantly teaches me to take pleasure in being spontaneous, not focusing on the results, but being free to appreciate the mistakes and missteps taken to get there. Playing Uno with my little brother has taught me that games become endearing when you learn to enjoy playing. As our time in Cornwall is now over, I do not want to only remember high school for its beginning and end, remembering only the first day of freshman year and the final graduation ceremony, but I want to remember all of the in-betweens. I want to remember doing the mannequin challenge during my freshman lunch period, making TikToks during physics labs, and winning the badminton championship in gym class. I want to remember Mr. Cook laughing at random YouTube videos, getting the word of the day wrong in Mr. Flannery's class, and doing Bablingua with Senora Cherniak. Just kidding, I could do without Bablingua, Senora. I want to remember all of the ridiculous trends from our time here, which include, but are certainly not limited to, fidget spinners, Despacito, Kiki, Do You Love Me, Marvel movies, water bottle flips, and of course, Harambe, may you rest in peace. I also want to remember that one time my younger sister Marianne asked my mom when COVID-20 was going to happen. Hopefully not anytime soon. I want to remember all of the moments with my classmates where we weren't focused on school or work, but we were just enjoying the time we had together. And I want to try to be present for all of the small moments like these in the future. As we transition to the next level of our lives, I hope that we never forget the small moments that have shaped us. Although the future holds many challenges, I think we could all learn a little by living life like my younger brother plays a game of Uno. Not defined by moments of success or failure, but instead enriched by the emotions experienced along the way. There's one final thing that I want to share with you guys that has helped me to reflect as we go forward. It is a quote from a recent commencement address given by Bishop Robert Barron, who gives advice, "Don't seek out resume values, seek out eulogy values." You see, no one is going to read your college or career resume at your funeral, but they will talk about the kind of person you were, and they will talk about the quality of the relationships that you made in your life. The future may not be 2020, but that doesn't mean we can't take every opportunity given to us to live out our lives with confidence and authenticity in the present. I look forward to seeing all of you again in the future, not so much to hear about all of your accomplishments, but to hear about the quality of the relationships and people you find in your life. Participate in each and every moment and enjoy playing the game of life. I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors, and I hope you always treasure your years here in Cornwall. Thank you.
Good evening to friends, family, advisors, esteemed dignitaries, and of course, my fellow graduates of the class of 2020. Thank you for providing me the opportunity to speak before you today. Well, through whatever screen you may be watching this on right now. Either way, it is sincerely my honor and pleasure. Throughout my years of adolescence, I've been absolutely mesmerized by TED Talks and how the speaker could illustrate such profound ideas that captivated their audience in a way that was seemingly perfect. So, when I was a freshman and just a few inches smaller than I am currently, I set out to compose and deliver the perfect speech one day. Today was that day. But before I begin my spiel, created after hours upon hours binge watching every possible speech on YouTube, I have a few, meaning a lot, of shout-outs to give. First and foremost, I would like to thank the administration for working day in and day out towards making the most out of the unfortunate coronavirus situation to make sure us seniors and our accomplishments do not go unnoticed. Thank you to our teachers who have been wonderful mentors to us all and making every day, for the most part, a fun and enriching experience. There will never be a day where I forget Mr. Stat calculating insane math problems in his head as I watch in complete confusion, the delicious taste of blondies every Friday in AP Chem, or hearing Happy Friday Junior every Thursday, and struggling in AP Calc and Stats to find my ganas, or desire to succeed, and learning the most valuable piece of information that I've ever learned. A Z-score is the amount of standard deviations away from the mean. I'll miss my wildly energetic Spanish class and the screams of horror as we did Bablingua or Gramatica, quickly picking and awkwardly sharing golden lines in SUNY English, and last but certainly not least, Mr. Cook's jokes, Cappy the Pig, and learning that education truly is the most empowering force in the world. But most importantly, huge shout out to all the teachers who endured my constant bombardment of questions every day, and those who love to dim the lights in the classroom. You all really cured my sleep deprivation from the night before. I'm just kidding. Anyways, to my parents and I guess my sister too, thank you for planting the seed of hard work and kindness within me. I would be nothing without you guys. To my friends, I appreciate every single one of you for always encouraging me to be the best person I can be and for reminding me to never give up on myself. Lastly, I'd like to thank Miss Oles because if it weren't for her genuine care for my well-being and her constant support, I would not be standing here today. Although we have dreamed of this exact moment since we were young and saying, I can't wait to be done with school, as I reminisce about my 4 years at CCHS, I find myself constantly repeating Andy Bernard's words from The Office in my head. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. There are simply no words that could describe our current situation any better than those because on that Friday, March 13th, our lives changed. As we embarked on our final voyage in September, nowhere on our map to graduation did we expect to reach the end of our senior year so early. Who would have expected that in our final, most exciting year here, we'd experience and witness catastrophic bushfires, the passing of legends, the much-needed increase in the awareness of systemic racism, and of course, a deadly pandemic take the world by storm. This was supposed to be the most perfect year to commemorate the culmination of the last 18 years of our lives. However, it was, quite frankly, anything but perfect. And on that note, to the class of 2020, from the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that this wasn't the perfect senior year you had imagined, and I'm sorry that this wasn't the perfect graduation you may have hoped for. Whether it be your senior sports season, performance in the spring musical, or trip to Spain and France, we've all lost something special. But it is not without tremendous loss that there is tremendous growth. You see, it was definitely not like those cheesy coming-of-age films or Disney original movies, but the imperfectness of this year made the parties, Friday night lights, and everything in between so much more memorable now. I know that despite whatever I say, it will still be very difficult to genuinely say goodbye and simply forget about all of the memories we could have experienced, but throughout our time here, we've all individually overcome so many obstacles far greater than what lies in front of us right now. Some of us have battled depression and anxiety, have conquered hardships and defied expectations, and have become honest with our true selves amidst fear of not conforming to societal norms. We've encountered failure and disappointment in the past and confronted loss and defeat head on, and through all of it, we possessed and still possess some of the strongest resilience and determination I've ever come across, and brushed setbacks like these under the carpet. So, why let a disease prevent us from being excited for what lies ahead? Why should our achievements from countless years of hard work be placed in memory capsules that each of our individual minds only remember? We deserve to be proud of our accomplishments because every challenge surmounted has been truly remarkable. And as we pursue our own version of the idealistic dream, there is no doubt that there will be plenty of fear, frustration, and rejection. However, each and every one of your personal stories have inspired me to believe that everyone here today is beyond capable of achieving greatness and attaining true happiness, regardless of the cards you're dealt in life. And, in fact, I can't even count on both my hands and feet the amount of people I know within this grade that are going to spread joy and positively influence the world around them. At this point, it's quite evident that although time may seem limitless, every day, however, is not guaranteed. So let this remind you that there's no reason not to follow your heart, because the opportunities are endless to create the extraordinary path you want to lead. Rosa Parks, one of the most courageous souls to ever live, said it herself, and I couldn't agree more. To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We will fail when we fail to try. Every choice you make is completely up to you, so don't let fear or an impending student debt guide your agenda. Rather, let your curiosity and creativity run wild. But when internal conflicts do arise, we must always remind ourselves that we are powerful. We are not merely the crumbs at the bottom of a Lay's potato chip bag, but in fact, we are the whole flavorful chips at the top of the bag that everyone looks forward to enjoying. You see, each chip has its own shape and provides varying degrees of flavor, just as we each have our own personality, perspectives, and passions that make us unique. Without a doubt, there is so much more value to life when you are true to yourself, and I promise that in doing so, you will truly make your mark on this world. Our class might be incapable of making their own doctor's appointments or telling a waiter that they messed up our order, but I know for a fact we are capable of making revolutionary developments in our society. We are living in unpredictable times, but we are the kids who have continuously learned to adapt, withstand, and thrive within or from change. And as you all begin to find your calling to greatness, as well as I hope you make the best out of your journey. I hope you see things that startle you and help you expand your knowledge, feel things that you've never felt before, meet and collaborate with people from different backgrounds, and live a life you're proud of. And I hope that when life throws a curveball at you, you have the courage to start all over again if you need to. Be proud of the life you live and live unapologetically, because like our senior year, anything can be taken away in a blink of an eye. We are extremely fortunate to be departing Cornwall as more than just a graduate. Our class is a force to be reckoned with that is prepared to shape the future for the next generation. And now, what seems to be the most fitting way to end my lengthy speech, I shall quote the most intelligent person to walk the face of the earth. Stanley Hudson from The Office once said, "If I don't have some cake soon, I might die." As stated throughout this speech, embrace the little things in life, because that is what we can hold on to as we continue forward. Thank you, class of 2020, for all the memories. I wish everyone only success and happiness in the future, and hope your dreams become a reality. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2020. I am Nancy Bryan, President of the Board of Education. It is an honor to be with you. The Board of Education always enjoys the celebration of years of hard work from all of our students. Due to attendance restrictions this year, the board is going to forego attending as a group to ensure that as many family members and graduates may attend. Dear class of 2020, it has been quite a year. I have turned to my favorite characters and author for the inspiration of my message to you. A.A. Milne is the creator of Winnie the Pooh and the rest of the animals and people that have always had great thoughts to share. It has been quite a year of great accomplishments, a year of struggles, and a year of firsts. But to each of you, remember this: you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even when we are apart, Cornwall will always be with you. The things that make you different are the things that make you. Be proud of every part of you. As the beautiful and mighty Hudson River would tell you, rivers know this: there is no hurry. We shall get there someday. And no matter what path you take and whatever time it takes for you to meander and travel your own personal road, where you land in the end is what truly counts. May the road rise up to meet you, May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may you all keep safe and have hope. Dear class of 2020, congratulations, and may all your dreams come true.
Good evening and congratulations to our amazing graduates. There is one graduate from the class of 2020 that I would like to highlight today, and that is our superintendent, Mr. Neil Miller, as he embarks on his retirement. Mr. Miller joined the Cornwall Central School District 7 years ago when all of you were just entering your first year of middle school. He has worked very hard to support your education and to push us all to strive for excellence every day. Did you know that he coined that phrase? Well, he did, and made it not just a statement, but something that as a district we move to in all areas: academics, the arts, and athletics. In his time, he has supported programmatic changes to allow you opportunities to access a STEAM education, as well as guided us through the years of Common Core. Mr. Miller is a yes leader, meaning that if an opportunity presents itself where he can say yes to support you moving forward, he has done so every time. The result has been a district that has excelled in all areas while building dragon pride in our hearts. I hope you can take some lessons for your journey from Mr. Miller, as they will help you pave the way. The first would be that he is steadfast in being equitable and fair. Ethics in your life, what you stand for and who you are, will be the core force in your development as adults. Don't waver from this. You will have to make decisions that are hard, but if you can look yourself in the mirror and know that you were true to yourself and did what you think is equitable and fair, then your life will be full. The next lesson is family. Mr. Miller is a true family man. He has 4 very successful children, and he and his wife Marcella are so committed to them, even as they have grown and moved along with their own lives. If you want to see Mr. Miller light up, get him talking about his kids and his granddaughter. Your career and betterment are very important, yes, but that cannot be what fuels you. Do not lose sight of the value of your relationships and your family, because once you find your success, if you have lost those connections, you really won't be successful as you think. Showing grace, being humble, and having a sense of humor is your next lesson. Mr. Miller is a Harvard graduate, played football there, and had a very successful career, and has built a wonderful family. The fact that I am even speaking about him today, I know is going to make him cringe, because the truth is that he does not like to make it about him. He always leads in a supportive role and does not like to be the center of attention. And yet, we all look forward to his singing messages that are filled with jokes. Please don't take yourselves too seriously. If you get too ahead of yourselves, you will forget about the laughter. Take time for that. It's really important to make real-life connections and to enjoy the ride. The final lesson to learn from Mr. Miller is showing gratitude. He does this often and genuinely. Please take a moment to thank your parents, your guardians, and everyone who supported you to this moment and will continue to do so after you leave us. Today is a milestone for them as well, and you could not have been as successful as you are without them. Today is a special day that you have worked very hard for. Your graduation from high school is a momentous occasion, and the question to reflect on is, what will you do with the lessons you have learned and the growth that you have made? That's up to you, but you should know that your class has impressed us since you were little kids. And now that you are young adults and ready to leave us and make your mark on the world, I am personally breathing a sigh of relief for what you will each contribute. We have watched you in awe. We have learned important lessons from you these past few months of resilience, strength, and hope. And we are looking forward to the world you will now share back on us. Congratulations to the class of 2020. This is a celebration for you, your families, Mr. Miller and his family, and we wish you the most amazing future ahead. Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. What a unique and stunning turn our world has taken. And your world these past 3 months has been so unexpected and disappointing for you. As I heard one senior express it, she said, "We have missed out on all of the lasts in our high school career. The last awards night, the last prom, the last graduation ceremony and all-night grad party. and the last time we could all be together celebrating our accomplishments and friendships before we leave to other places. In missing out on all the lasts, I know how disappointed you all are. No, I truly know how disappointed you all are. As a high school senior, I missed the last 2 months of my school year with an illness, and I missed the same last that you are missing. My last awards night, my last prom. I did make a token 20-second appearance at my graduation to walk across the stage and receive my diploma, but I had to get right home to bed while my classmates stayed for the entire ceremony and then went on to the all-night grad party at Disneyland, having their last great time together while I was confined to bed. So I do know how disappointing it is to miss out on your last experiences together as the class of 2020. But what I discovered as I recovered from my illness and stepped into my future was that I had so many firsts yet to experience. So forget about the lasts and the disappointments of the last 3 months and set your sights on all of the firsts you are about to experience. Now, the biggest difference between your future and the future I faced way back 48 years ago was that when I was well again, the world was the same as when I had become ill. But your world has changed, and you are the first class, the class of 2020, to go out into this changing world together throughout our nation and throughout our world with other members of the class of 2020 and experience the kinds of firsts that no other class has ever experienced. I fully expect that you will be a little bit frightened of entering this unfamiliar new world, but you are doing it together. Your world will be new and different, and you have a choice. As you enter this world, you can be fearful and uncertain, or you can be bold and confident. Choose bold and confident and celebrate the collective strength that you have as the class of 2020 in this new and changing world. Be yourself and be strong in your convictions as you form your beliefs, and you will grow. Value equity and understanding. Celebrate the convictions of others and celebrate your differences. Do not accept wrong and stand up to injustice. With that, your character will expand and your heart will soar. Each of you enter this changing world with conviction and strength and the promise to do good things for other people. I wish each of you a renewed vigor to capture your firsts with passion and enthusiasm. Disappointment is over. A new world awaits you. Together, class of 2020, congratulations. Now, this will be the last time I will be here to announce this to all of you, and I am so proud to say, and now, class of 2020, it is my honor to declare at this time, by the power vested in me by the New York State Education Department and the Board of Education of the Cornwall Central School District, that I attest to all witnesses here that all of the candidates sitting before me have successfully completed the course of study that qualifies them for their high school diploma awarded this day by the Cornwall Central School District. I proudly declare you graduates of Cornwall Central High School. Congratulations.
Jonathan E. Gagnon. Riley E. Chin. Michael R. Aaron. Sarah A. Abdul Kabir. Alexandria R. Ackerman. Colin D. Alisi. Christina R. Alfieri. Michael J. Alfieri, Colleen E. Alva, Julie M. Alva,
Lorraine L. Archangel, Orion H. Arnold, Reagan T. Arnold, Maya R. Aurora, Martin X. Astagariga, Brian X. Banks, Coral A. Barrett, Eliana R. Barth, Justice W. Batista, Madison S. Bauer,
Matthew J. Bellinger, Dana J. Bell, Gina M. Berardinelli, Kira E. Blackman, Seth C. Bocanegra, Faye A. Bothello, Jacqueline M. Boyer, Hudson S. Brain, Jalen K. Branford,
Andrew T. Breary Jr., Malik C. Breeden, Erica J. Briggs, Jordan M. Brisman, Bryce J. Brown, Victoria L. Bucci, Kinley R. Burns, James H. Byrne, Daniela R. Canausa, Sarah M. Kawili, Luke C. Kappa,
Peter L. Kappa, Sophia A. Kappa, Christopher J. Carlo, Daniel P. Carpenter, Matthew J. Carton, Nolan Casal, Nicholas J. Casey, Laura C. Castellano, Niall E. Castillo, Gabriel E. Castillo del Rosario,
William T. Castro. Joshua D. Chaffioni. Liana S. Cawthorn. Anthony M. Sarah. Christopher N. Chang. J. N. Chanel. Madison D. Charlton. Connor F. Chatfield. Noah P. Chaudhry. Jacqueline V. Chavez.
Joshua A. Chirillo. Christian J. Chicalo. Selena M. Ciccarello.
Michael R. Collardi.
Matthew C. Conforti. Christina M. Coppola. Nina S. Creta. Anthony J. DiCelestino. Michael J. DiCelestino. Caitlin M. Denman.
Lucas R. Denning. Andrea M. Diaz Gutierrez. Giovanna R. DeLeo. Christian R. DiLiberto. Brendan M. Deneen. Max I. Denabeel. John P. Donlin. Ryan A. Donnellan. Orlane A. DeBruce. Julian A. Ducasse.
Michael S. Delaney. Joshua Ian N. Dumlau. Serene M. L. Jamal. Edward M. Encarnacion. Elizabeth A. Ercolina. Quincy C. Fabre. Isabella E. Fabrizio. Matthew F. Fajarda. Caroline N. Farrell. Charles R. Farrow.
Donovan S. Fay. Harrison P. Fedro. Kevin S. Feliciano. Zachary A. Ferris. Pierce Finn. Julia K. Fisher. Noelia Florian Benitez. Louis E. Francis. Claudine D. Franco. Marie S. Freeman.
Analea G. Gallagher. Emily H. Gallagher. Amanda J. Garcia. Joseph N. Garcia. Julia A. Garcia. Emily K. Garrison. Sierra R. Garrison. Kathleen P. Garrity. Jeffrey Gervasio Perez. Jenna L. Giangrande. Daniel Gill III. Bethany E. Ginda. Isabella K. Joya. Nicholas P. Getz. Tyler J. Gold. Dylan C. Goldstein. Megan E. Gagno. Victoria S. Grosskopf. Noah R. Grossman. Brianna L. Guild.
Gretchen D. Gutenberg. Sydney R. Hall. Sophia G. Harding. John P. Haring. Samantha M. Harrington. Natalie G. Harris. Joseph M. Hart. Justin X. Hart. Marissa L. Hart. Mark A. Heller.
Andrew J. Hennessy Jr. Joseph M. Holbrook. Keely A. Hewling. Michael M. Heidos. Lila M. Janke. Alex D. Jarama. Lawrence T. Jean-Charles, Dalton Jean-Pierre, Derek Jean-Pierre, Leah H. Johnson Carter,
Kira L. Jordan, Ryan P. Joseph, Michael P. Kane, Nicholas J. Kehoe, Connor Z. Kelly, Jack D. Kempton, Maximilian Keek, Morgan A. King, Zachary D. Notion, Kylie M. Kokakis,
Brianna M. LaGreca, Kyle L. LaGuardia, Isabella LaSalle, Kevin A. Latimer, Pearl B. Leishman, Andrew Lynn, Jaden J. Lopez, Joseph T. Lopresti, James R. Lynch, Richard A. Mahig,
Isabel R. Makovsky, Michael J. Mandato, Jordan T. Mann, Alexander A. McSudlu, Jordan A. Marin, Ashley K. Marquez, Sierra Y. Marquez, Lundy R. Martez, Carlos J. Martinez, Christopher G. Martinez,
Julian M. Martinez, Kieran T. Maxon, Brian McCormick, Brendan R. McDonough, Reagan K. McDonald, Brendan P. McGovern, Andrew P. McLaughlin, Lila E. McPherson, Lane A. Meltzer, Cullen R. Meyer.
Alexandria M. Mealy. Max H. Miranda. Egan J. Monahan. Avery E. Morrell. Allison Morris. Justin R. Mott. Emma R. Mosgale. Daniel J. Mulligan. Andrea M. Munoz. Roisin M. Murray.
Sarah E. Natkeel. Summer R. Neff. Jacqueline L. Nelbach. Sarah Jean V. Nielsen. Annie E. Norton. Caitlin E. O'Flaherty. Ethan I. Osborne. Nina I. Padilla. Jason J. Palmer. Michael L. Panzanero.
Joseph N. Parker. Jaden R. Peen. Sophia E. Perez. Vanessa A. Perez. Mark D. Perry. Talia S. Pietrobuono. Kirkland A. Pitt. Parker J. Popowick. Sierra E. Presti. Jessica L. Prine.
Charles T. Quinn. Victoria A. Reish. Ian B. Reed. Luke M. Reed. Leslie J. Renderos Miranda. John M. Reyes Pineda. Olivia C. Ritchie. Marina C. Richardson. Andrew Rivera. Dylan H. Roberts.
Jack R. Robinson. Mackenzie M. Robles. Matthew P. Rogers Anito. Kaylin Rodriguez. Matthew Roper. Miles Rupp. Kaylee C. Sanchez. Gavin E. Santiago. Peter Santorelli. Richard J. Schaffner III.
Bradley O. Shashenko. Krista M. Schrader. Derek W. Schrag. Julia K. Seitz. Jacob B. Seymour. Connor D. Shapiro. Hayden O. Skegan. Jaden C. Smith-Sands. Julia B. Solis. Salvatore R. Soma.
Jacqueline A. Soto. Sam M. Sturkey. Navia Suri. Eric W. Tavares. Bruce E. Torres. Melissa A. Torres. Jason M. Tweet. Anna M. Ewell. Liliani A. Urgent. Jamel O. Usin.
Gavin R. Valet. Kayla M. Vasquez. Olivia D. Velez. Ryan A. Farah. Elizabeth C. Walcott. Dylan M. Walsh. John P. Ward. Connor D. Waring. Elena M. Warner. Amaris C. Washington.
Samaya M. Watkins. Eli R. Watson. Danielle M. Weck. Ashley M. Weir. Jason S. Weiss. Logan T. Wentland, Megan N. White, Kieran Wickeser, Paige L. Wilkinson, Hunter W. Wilson,
John E. Woods, Kate E. Wright, Juliana M. Zakari, Kobe P. Zagon, Aliza Zahid, Ashar Zahid, Hannah J. Zollner, Emma B. Swickle, to all of those watching, we are very proud to present the graduating class of 2020.